Test one.
Testing 1, 5, 6.
No, it's 1, 2, 3.
Oh,
1, 2.
Maybe
Okay.
in your world.
Welcome back to Tech Tuesday. This segment is a follow-up conversation that we had last week. I found it very interesting and informative. You guys did too, when Chuck said this last week.
And I'll say also that whoever balanced these tires before he come and see me probably did, but you can balance a bent rim. It will balance on the machine. Right. But if you road force it, the road force will come up way out of bounds because it's the road force will see the bent rim.
So you're actually going to show us today what road force is all about.
Yeah, I'm going to show you how I balance a bent tire.
Okay, these guys love to see the hands-on stuff, so let's roll,
Sure.
baby.
Let's roll.
No pun intended. I think he picked it up. As soon as I said, let's roll, he rolled the tire. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
See, that's why we work together so well.
So, this vehicle has bent rims, which have been straightened.
Yeah, you actually talked about that last week. So you can
Correct.
fix a bent rim.
Yeah.
You could balance
A bent rim.
or
Or a bad tire.
a bad tire.
But the road force tells the whole story.
Right.
So what happens a lot is you take it in to get your tires balanced. They throw it up on the balancer. Lock it down.
And I think this is the time right now just to break away and just mention right there what you're doing is we're not equipped yet to have the right tool
No,
to do.
for the-
You know exactly
yeah.
where I'm going with this.
For the carbon fiber wheels?
Yeah, for the Z06. Just
Yeah.
not yet. Exactly. We knew that. That's why we wouldn't have done what happened to Speed Phenoms rims,
Right.
unfortunately. Okay, so let's continue.
Well, this is what a lot of people do. They lock the wheel down, drop the hood, and go, okay, let's balance it.
So the situation to catch people up last week, the guy had his tires just balanced, but yet he still had a vibration. Lo and behold, it was a bent rim, but they weren't road forced or else they would have caught that.
Correct. Most of them just drop the hood and away we go. They're just checking the balance of the rim and tire. Here I don't do that, okay? This one wants 75 and 2.25.
As far as ounces added on the inside or
Inside and outside.
and the outside, okay.
But what I do when I put one of these up here is I'm going to drop to the drop down screen. I'm going to perform the center check. Okay, that's going to make sure that this tire is mounted correctly to this machine. So once we do that, we drop the hood. It spins it. Then it's going to have me undo the nut, turn the tire. Well, first it's going to have me mark the valve stem. I bring the valve stem up, mark it at the 12 o'clock position.
Okay, so it wants to start from there.
Then it tells me to unlock the nut, turn the tire and wheel assembly, lock it back down, and respin it.
Now what are you looking for?
Well, I'll show you here in a minute. This is checking the mounting of the tire to the machine.
Okay.
So if I run this back up to the 12 o'clock and hit the pedal, it turns green to tell me that the center check passed. So I now know that this tire is mounted to the tire machine correctly.
Okay.
Now we're going to check the air pressure because we're going to do a road force. And you want the correct tire pressure in it because this is going to simulate just like the car going down the road on your car.
Okay. What are you going to put them at pressure-wise?
32.
32? Okay.
Yep.
30's cold, about 32, that average. Okay.
Correct. So I want them at basically operating temperature.
Okay.
And the machine does it all by itself. All I got to do is hold this on here and it'll adjust it. And when it's right, it'll turn the tire green.
Okay.
Okay, we have the proper tire pressure.
Okay.
So now the tire's center checked to the machine, it's mounted properly, it has the correct inflation in the tire. What's going to happen now is I'm going to turn this little dial here, and you see it brought this wheel down on top of the tire.
That wheel right there?
This wheel right here, when I close the hood, is going to come down against the tire, and I forgot, I think it's like 1,000, 1,800 pounds of pressure it's going to put on the tire.
Okay.
Like it's actually going down the road on the car.
Yeah, okay. Like a vehicle is on it.
Yes, this
Blank.
is the road force part of it.
Okay.
So you can hear it, the wheel just come down against the tire.
Yeah.
It's now turning.
Yeah, so believe me,
just-
if you had a bent rim,
Yeah. see,
that sucker's going to find
it's
it.
got 0.006 in the green. So the road force on this tire is perfect. So what this machine does, it checks the up and down, checks the side to side, and it checks the road force. So when we put the correct weights on this tire, it should come up and say, okay, okay. So let's go ahead and do that.
All right, so you still have to add these weights that it's asking for here.
As you can see, it's got the red line down there where it's telling me to put the weights on the inside. So now that we've got where it wants the weights, we're going to, I always try to clean the rim up so the weights will stick. Add a little 3M adhesive promoter so the weights will stick.
Okay.
This is like everything else. A little goes a long way. This is where it wants the 3/4. Far out to the outside edge as you can get. Then we're going to click start, and the machine's automatically going to turn it and tell me where to put the inside weights. Because it figured that out during the balance, where it wanted the weights and how much weight. Once again, we're going to wipe it down. Put some adhesive promoter. Put it as far to the outside and still keep it to where it's on the inside of the wheel. And that's 2 ounces. I've got to add another 1/4.
Each one's a 1/4 ounce, each square?
Yep, these are a 1/2 ounce, that's a 1/4 ounce.
Oh, okay, a 1/2 ounce, okay, gotcha. The ones on the inside, or the outer edge, were a 1/4.
Quarters.
Okay, gotcha.
So that's good. Now we're going to spin it again and see if we're balanced.
So you gave it what it asked for. You want to make sure that it's still what it actually needs.
Yep. Bing, bang, boom. Okay and okay. Now,
wish they were all that easy, right?
Sure.
Right.
This is where most guys would take the tire off and put it back on the car. Me, however, since I use that adhesive promoter to glue the weights on,
okay,
I'm going to go back and I'm going to wipe the excess off, because if you don't, it'll collect dirt there, and the guy will be like, why is there dirt all around where the weights are? Well, that's because you got that adhesive promoter. So
you just clean
now
it
it's
off.
ready to come off and go back on the car.
Fantastic. That's 1 of 3. One of 4. Three more to go.
Yeah.
Right, I'm sorry.
But that's how it's done. Now I know this tire is in perfect road force balance. I know it's now in perfect balance. It's good to go back on the car.
So if the rim was out or the tire was out, any of those 2 things would have shown there.
Right. I've had them come up, say use this tire on a different rim. I've had it come up and fail a tire because it had too much road force.
Right.
I could still balance that tire with just the balancing, but the road force would come up and go, whoa, whoa, there's too much road force on this tire.
What about one of the times that you actually had to spin the tire?
I've had to do that as well, yeah. Break them down and spin them. They have a program in the machine where you can try to match the rim to the tire. Okay. And sometimes you have to mark the tire or mark the rim and spin the tire on the rim, remount it, go through the balance again. And a lot of times it brings it in, sometimes it don't. It still fails the tire, so the tire's bad.
So the goal on our channel when we do the Tech Tuesdays is to give people information, but also to give them a better ownership experience. Your tip would be, if you're getting tires changed, balanced anywhere, make sure they are
road forced,
right on.
Well, yeah, I mean, the tires for these vehicles aren't cheap. They're $2,000.
Right.
So, yeah, when my customers leave, I want them to have the absolute best balance that I can possibly put on their car. Oh, one more quick thing.
Oh, okay.
I would suggest that even though your cars were driving straight, if you're having tires put on it, get the alignment done.
Oh, thank you. Yes, absolutely.
Because the alignments are usually 10% of what the cost of the tires are.
Well, there's a big controversy on that. I'm glad you brought that up. And again, that always happens when we answer a question on Tech Tuesday or start a subject and it continues into something else, all car related.
Sure.
The alignment from the factory is a little more track oriented, and that's why you're seeing tires wearing out on the inside edge when you're coming in for service constantly.
Yes.
So you can adjust those a little bit. So like you said, the camber and everything and the toe has those, get as much tire on the ground as contact as you possibly can.
Well, I had a customer in the other day. He actually come in for tires because on the front edge, the inner part of the tires had cords showing.
Yeah.
And he didn't want to do the alignment because the car drove straight. I'm sure it did. But just like I can balance a bent rim or a bent tire, it don't mean just because the car drives straight don't mean the alignment's correct.
Chris Rock, I think, said one time, you can drive a car with your feet if you want to. It doesn't make it a good idea.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay, that was a dumb analogy, but I thought it was funny anyways.
But yeah, for what you're paying in tires, the alignment's pennies on the dollar in my mind.
Great advice as always, man. Thanks.
Yep.
Hey, remember the other day I told you guys if you have a C7 and your head-up displays like that, I'm going to show you how to straighten that crooked head-up display coming up. Chuck, I was just promoting the beautiful ride segment coming up at the end of today's show.
Yes, sir.
Because it's 4th of July. I've got some great looking pictures, and we had, you guys saw those hot pictures of Timber last week. Oh my God, you should see the ones I got now. But should I save those for next week? Because today being July 4th, should I do all red, white, and blue flag-oriented cars for the 4th of July?
Well, not only red, white, and blue. Well, what about the one C8 we had in there a while back?
Yeah, okay, that's it.
Yeah.
Done deal. Yes. Okay, special ride segment coming up for today on July 4th. Okay, guys, for this Tech Tuesday segment, I love my GoPros, but I wish this sucker had a zoom. Can you guys see that? The head-up display. Can you see that it's actually crooked where it's tilted to the right just a little bit? You actually, if you have a C7 Corvette and have head-up display, you can adjust this. Right here on your steering wheel, hit this left button. See all the menu stuff on the left-hand side? Use this arrow, scroll down, and then you're gonna scroll all the way down to options. And when you get there, hit select in the center. So now you're in the options feature, and you see the stuff right here in the center screen. You're gonna use this arrow again to scroll down to the head-up display feature. Scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. And right there where it says head-up display, notice the arrow on the far right-hand side. Can you see my finger right here? That arrow right there, it represents this arrow right here. So click that right arrow, go into the head-up display feature, and now you can see where it says you can actually alter the tilt angle. Notice the arrows, get my finger in here again. See the arrows up top right here in the bottom? They represent these two arrows right here. So as I tap this bottom arrow, again, I hope the heck you can see this. I'm getting the camera as close as I can to the head-up display. As I tap the bottom arrow, you can see that it's tilting to the wrong way. So I'm gonna hit the up arrow. And now the head-up display is appearing to be a little bit more level. Something little like that in the Corvette, that would drive you bonkers. Being all crooked like that and uneven, you just turn the feature off and wouldn't even use it. Now you can straighten it out through the feature we just showed you today on our Tech Tuesday segment. Hey guys, I forgot something, and I'm sorry, it's been a long time since I've been in a C7. Once you get the new position where you want it, see where it says confirm on the bottom there? Right here is where you confirm that new position you just moved it to.
Ooh, bam!
You should have got that on camera. One more segment for you on this shorter Tech Tuesday. Having some fun on this 4th of July holiday, and they got a beautiful 4th of July themed ride segment coming up for you guys. When Corey and Rob were here from Paragon Performance, that he was joking about. He's like, I guess you should have had me install it. So I'll be back to you in a second. Anyways.
3, 2, 1.
I was so excited, so proud of the products that I have from Paragon and from ACS Composite on my car. Again, their links are right up on the screen. If you guys want to go there, check out some great stuff for your Corvette. Corey, I actually got to come on that side. I'm sorry, I'm not paying attention.
Oh, no, go back over there.
No, I got to come over there. That's what we're talking about. So anyways, Corey made a great suggestion as they helped tremendously, because even right now I'm waiting. And I hinted on Sunday's show. Did you hear me?
You know,
about the tires and the brake
past that part.
Yeah, I bet you did. Anyways, they put these beautiful, first of all, the clear cover from Rapid Rev. And through our conversations and discovery, they've altered this now. You guys are buying these clear engine covers for your hardtop convertible, and this, in my opinion, is a clear engine cover, unlike what GM's gonna do for 2024. Sorry, I had to take the shot. All right, so anyways, I love what Rapid Rev did here with the extra seal and the new grommet, so you're not tightening it down and don't have to worry about cracking this. But Corey made a great suggestion. He says, hey, I want you to show off these beautiful anodized blue caps for your fluids. Don't put those rubber things on there. And then Chuck said, what are you doing? And we had a conversation that I want to share with you guys now. So again, using my car is a tool to educate and entertain you guys. So you can do what you want to do. I wanted this like this for show, but Chuck said, where do you think all that heat and all that dust is going? I'll show you where it's going. Yeah. When the top is down, it goes right there on the inside of the headliner. And furthermore, I'm going to go on this side.
We talked about this product and engineered a design change with the rubber seal to help cure this problem.
Right.
Then you left these two gaping holes in it.
I know.
Yeah.
So like Chuck said, he goes, here, Rick, put the rubber flappers on, and then when you go to the show, just flip them up so people can see the caps, which are gorgeous from Paragon. I love them.
Absolutely.
Oh, I mean, they really are. So I hadn't touched this on purpose so you guys could see. If you do me a favor and throw me the cloth and that cleaner.
How about I just hand it to you?
No, you can throw it, that's fine. If you guys look up in here, you can see Chuck and I were playing already. Yeah, this is the dust that's going on the underside of the tonneau cover. Only imagine, we're gonna try to show you how much is on the headliner of the convertible. So when the convertible top is down, it's laying right on that. That's right where that crap is going. So I'm gonna spray a little bit on there. You guys can see. Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, even the engine cover is getting some dust. Here, before and after. I need a piece of tape right there so you can see. But I mean, I'm not sure how well the camera will pick it up. You and I can see from the naked eye.
I can
this
see
is
it
very
plain as
dusty.
day. You can see the dust stripes over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big difference. Okay, so we're going to clean this up. We're going to put the rubber flappers on. Wanted to share that tip with you guys. Oh, but let me, just because I'm curious how bad it is. And actually, when Chuck told me that, I said, oh my gosh, I never thought about that. It's something we got to talk about on Tech Tuesday again. Through my successes and my failures, my experiences of ownership, I want to share that with you guys so you too have a good ownership experience in your Corvette. So I'm just going to spray, actually, on the rag. I don't want to spray the headliner. I'm going to try, because this is right where the area is. Because I felt this when Chuck said something to me, and it felt weird. And then all he did was laugh at me.
Yeah.
It's like, I told you. I told you.
Well, I mean, after we covered it and they did a product change, you just negated the change.
Right. Yeah, I know. I should watch our shows more often.
I would think so.
Okay, so a little bit of dirt came off that. I was concerned about that. I don't know if it's the dirt or if I'm taking some of the blue Alcantara off there. But yeah, I think there's some, it felt kind of weird and kind of tacky.
Like gritty.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good word. Gritty for it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, absolutely. So how about that? Just a fun, casual, got to see him balancing tires and understanding what road force is, because somebody asked last week, they said, what do you mean road force? Now you know the difference, and you know that really is something that you need on your Corvette. You saw what I showed you earlier for C7 guys, if your head-up display is tilted like that, how to fix that, so that was kind of fun. That's what we do on Tech Tuesdays, and before you go, we're going to share with you just some great-looking patriotic Corvettes on this 4th of July, 2023. Thanks for watching. Chuck, say bye. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
All right, we'll do some Q&A next week, possibly, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic.
You going to go back and review all the videos so you know how to take care of your car?
Learn how to do this stuff. Some good information I hear on this channel. I should subscribe.
Yeah, I would think so.
I hope you guys do too. See you next week. Actually, before we go one more time, just trying to see, you can see the differences. Because from right here, I could see this is all dusty, layers of dust. Yeah, real hazy.
Nice, clean and clear.
Yeah, all right.
Too young, and I didn't understand that you were the one, and I can't wait to see you Hindsight is fleeting, oh, and your heart's bleeding, and all you can see is red, till you discover it is within each other to forgive and make amends. If I had known then, or what I know now, I wouldn't have said what I said. I took the long road, thought I'd be better on my own. Sometimes what's right is wrong instead, 'cause I was too young, And I didn't understand that you are the one.